Hello dear student, myself Dheeraj Kodia from Lucknow School Madhavans. Today I am going to discuss physics practical from class 7. So the aim of the practical is using a simple pendulum, plot its L versus T square law and use it to find the effective length of second pendulum. Okay. So here the first thing is the second pendulum. Second pendulum means where the time period is coming 2 seconds. So okay. So in this practical we have to find the measurement of the time period is 2 seconds at that place, that is called second pendulum. So for this practical we have required apparatus. Number first one is the climb stand. You can see over here I have arranged all the instruments like this. And second one is the splitting clock. Okay. And the next one is the cotton thread. And this one is the metallic spherical bob. It connected with the hook. Okay. So, and here I have made the arrangement. This is the graph paper which I use for the distance from the mean position. From here to here I have taken till 8 cm, and from here to here I have taken 8 cm. Okay. And next one is the vernier calipers. So this one is the vernier calipers. I think you have done this one studying earlier practicals. Again I am explaining this vernier calipers is used to determine the diameter of the metallic spherical bob. Okay. So next one is the meter scale. This one is the meter scale to measure the length of the cotton thread. Okay. And at last this one is the stop clock. Okay. This stop clock is used to measure the time directly from the screen. Okay, we can see the we can take the reading directly from the screen because its least count is 1 second. Okay, and how does it work? And when we press it upward one time, okay, then it starts moving. And suppose I want to stop at a particular place, then we will press it downwards. Okay, then we will take the reading from 0 to that point where we have already stopped. And the right hand side button is used to put it in 0 point. Okay, when we press it downward, then it will come at 0. Clear? So these are the apparatuses used for the practical. Now I have drawn these tables. Okay, before putting the values on this table, I want to explain the simple pendulum. So this is the arrangement for the simple pendulum. When we take the climb stand like this, okay, and then split cock is connected with the one end of the cotton thread, and another end is connected with the metallic spherical bob, and then we will make the arrangement like this. Okay, so for this practical, we have to know about the periodic motion as well as the oscillatory motion. So, periodic motion means when an object is moving from a mean position in an equal interval of time. Means when it is moving from the mean position to one place or from that place to the initial place, then it will come in a fixed interval of time. That is called the periodic motion. And oscillatory motion, this is the best example for the oscillatory motion. When the bob is kept at the rest, it means it is at an equilibrium position. So when we displace from the mean position in the right hand side, then we leave it freely, then it starts oscillating from the mean position in to and fro motion. So that is called the oscillatory motion, and simple pendulum is the example of oscillatory motion. So this one is the procedure. So now I have made the arrangement. I have fixed it at 80 cm. So first I will take this one length is 80 cm. So before taking the measurement, then I want to explain how to find the. First you will hold the metallic bob in hand. Then you will put the metallic bob inside the lower jaws of the vernier calipers like this. You can see over here. Okay. By horizontally, by vertically, you can do 1 and 3 times. Okay, I am taking only 1 time. So afterwards, we will take the reading from the main scale as well as from the vernier scale. So here the diameter D is equal to, in main scale reading, I am getting till the 0 division in 1/8 scale, that is 1.9 centimeter, and plus 1/8 scale division. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 division is coincide with the main scale division. So now 6 division of the 1/8 scale is multiplied with the least count of the 1/8 scale. So the least count of 1/8 scale is 0.01 centimeter. This one thing you have learned in the first practical, that's why I am not going to explain that part. So directly I am taking the diameter of the metallic spherical ball is 1.9 centimeter plus 6 into this much, that is 1.9 plus 0.06, that is equal to 1.96 centimeter is the diameter of metallic ball. So the radius R is equal to 1.96 divided by 2, that is equal to 0.98 centimeter. 0.98 centimeter is the radius of the metallic spherical ball with the help of Vernier calipers. Clear all of you? And afterwards, we will draw this table. This is the table for the effective length and the time period. So in this table, first we will draw serial number, okay? And here I am taking 1, 2, 3 and 4 reading I will take. So length of the thread plus hook, this is small l, okay? This is the length of the thread plus hook, okay? Next one is the effective length of simple pendulum. So what is the effective length of simple pendulum? So generally the length from here to the center of the metallic spherical ball, okay? So from splitting cord to the length of center point of the metallic spherical ball is called effective length of the simple pendulum. So generally we can write L is equal to small l plus r. What is r? R is the radius of the metallic ball, and L is the length of the thread plus hook. This is the L. Okay, so like this we will find the effective length. And next step is for the time for oscillation. So time for oscillation. So here in the same rotation, or we can say in the same oscillation, first time we will take T dash. In the same thing, in the same manner, we will take T double dash, and we will measure the time with the help of the stop clock. And next one is the mean time for the 20 oscillations, that is T equal to T dash plus T double dash divided by 2. And next for the time period, T is equal to T by 20 second. Okay, this is called the time has taken by the ball to oscillate from mean position in 20 oscillations, that is called time period, and this is the square of the time period. It is in the form, it is in the second square. Okay, this is the table. Now I am taking the length, this one length from here to here, okay, small l, I am taking small l equal to 79.02 centimeter, and then capital L equal to 79.02 plus radius of the metallic ball, that is 0.98, that is equal to 80 centimeter. In like this, in the same way, you will measure 90 centimeter, and then 100 centimeter, and then 110 centimeter. So I will take the reading in these effective lengths. Okay, and for 80 centimeter, the time has taken by the ball is, this is the mean position of the spherical ball. Okay, then we displace from the mean position near about 5 to 7. centimeter from the mean position. Then we leave it freely. Then we press it upward. Then we will count 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. In 20 oscillations I am getting 36 seconds. In next 20 we will do again. Again we will proceed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 20. Okay. At here I am getting in the first 20 oscillations the time has taken by the bulb is 36 seconds. In the next 20 the time has taken 37 seconds. Clear? This is the time for oscillation of 20 oscillations. Okay. The first time the time has taken by the bulb is 36 seconds, and in next 20 oscillations the time has taken by the bulb 37 seconds. Then we will find the mean. How will you find the mean? Then you will add both the terms, then you will divide it by 2. 36 plus 37, that is equal to 73 divided by 2, that is equal to 36.5. Okay. And in that 90 centimeter, 100 centimeter and 110 centimeter, we will find in the same way. We have to find the same thing in the same way. Like this we will find out in 90 centimeter, the first 20 oscillations the time has taken by the bulb is 39 seconds, and next 20 it has taken 38 seconds. Then we will find the mean. Then afterwards we can find the time period. Then square of the time period is 3.6. In the same manner, I have then at 100 centimeter, 110 centimeter, I have got these values. Okay. Then I have plotted this one graph. This graph plotted between L versus T square. So L is the effective length and the T square is the square of the time period. So that was our aim. That is what. Using a simple pendulum, plot its L versus T square graph. So this one is the L versus T square graph. So then you can see over here, I have taken here along x-axis. This one is the x-axis and this one is y-axis. Along x-axis, I have taken one box. This one is one box. In this box, there are 10 divisions, or we can say 1 centimeter. In 10 division means that is one box. One box equal to 10 centimeter. I have taken here. Okay. Along y-axis, I have taken one box equal to 0.2 second square. Okay. This one value I have taken. I have plotted all the values from the table. Okay. From the table, I have taken this one then. Effective length, that is 80, 90, 100 and 110 along x-axis, 80, 90, 100, 110, 120 along x-axis. Along y-axis, 3.2, 3.4, 3.6, 3.8, 3.4.0. Okay, and here is 4.2. Okay, so now this one point is very important here. This is the second pendulum. Okay, because here we are getting the value is 4.0. T square equal to 4.0. It means the time period is how much? The time period is 2. It means this is the second pendulum. Okay, this is the second pendulum, and from the graph we can say where T square equal to 4, then correspondingly we can take the value of effective length, that is called 100 centimeter. Okay, that is your result. Now I am going to do the calculations. Okay, first we will find the slope from the graph. Okay, slope from the graph. So you can see here, this is okay. From the graph, I am taking this one point because this is the point of the second pendulum. Okay. So now at this stage, this is 4.0. So this is the point B. The slope of the graph is equal to t square upon L, and here t square upon L, that is in second square per centimeter. So the slope from the graph is equal to t square upon L. Then we will put the value, that is 4.0 minus 3.2. 4.0 minus 3.2 divided by 100 minus 80. So that is 0.8 upon 20 second square per centimeter. So from there we have to find the effective length. Then we will use the formula, that is P is equal to 2 by under root L upon Z. And here we will take the value G equal to 980 centimeter per second square, because all the values are in centimeters, so that's why I am taking 980 centimeter per second square. So therefore, squaring on both ends side, that is T square is equal to 4 pi square into L upon Z. So now here we have to find the value of effective length. So that's why L is equal to P square into G upon 4 pi square. Now we have taken the value, that is P square equal to 4 second square. So in place of P square we will put the value 4 into G equal to 980 centimeter per second square divided by 4 pi square. Okay, 4 and 4 cancel out. We will put the value 5 is equal to 3.14. Okay, therefore L equal to 980. Okay, 980 upon 3.14 square. That is equal to, this is the value of the effective length, that is L equal to 99.35 centimeter, or near about equal to 100 centimeter. So this is the result for this practical. Okay. So now today we have learned how to find the effective length of the second pendulum with the help of L versus T square graph. So I hope you have understood these things. The precautions for this practical: the thread should be thin and it should not be accessible. Okay, and all the arrangements should be tight. Okay, and this one length, the length from the spherical box from here to this place, that is not more than 5 to 7 centimeter. Okay, and there should not be any zero errors. If there is any zero errors, then we can add over here. But in our instruments which I have used here, there is no zero error in the stop clock as well as in the vernier calipers, because the first point and the vernier scale and the main scale is coincident at 0 point, so there is no zero error. Okay, if we will have any type of zero errors, then first you have to calculate. Okay, so these are the precautions for this practical. Okay, and then when we displace from the mean position from here to here, then first we leave 2-3 oscillations. Okay, afterwards we can start taking the reading from the stop. Okay, thank you so much. I hope you have enjoyed this practical. Thank you.